This is the Branson B452RS Ultrasonic Vapor Degreaser. The Branson B series ultrasonic vapor degreasers are a series of environmentally sound, cost-effective precision degreasers. The B series is designed to comply with EPA environmental regulations on solvent emissions, an important environmental and economic consideration. Freeboard ratio of 100% to minimize diffusion losses due to drafts. Sub-zero freeboard condenser to provide a cold barrier minimizing emissions. Circulating pump and filter to remove particulates and extend solvent life. It has a working dimension inside of 10 inches by 12 inches by 8 inches. The boil sump heater is a 2,000 watt immersible heater, and the ultrasonic heater is a 400 watt heater. The system is powered by 208 to 230 volts AC, 3-phase, requiring a minimum of a 27 amp service. Now I've removed all the covers to show you a couple of things. First and foremost, this cartridge here, if you will, comes off the top, and that's where you would put, we've cleaned it out completely, but it comes with 3 bags directly from the manufacturer, 5-micron bags. So that's where you put your filter bags. And this is why I definitely like to have this front off, because it's really convenient, very convenient. When you drain your tanks, there's 1, 2, 3, and 4 tanks, it's pretty easy to hook something up, put a bucket here and clean things out. This also shows you the circulating pump. From a technician standpoint, I really like this machine because it's very easy once you have all the covers off to get to absolutely everything. So the circulating pump is here. Now there's 2 refrigeration units. There's the primary unit, which is down here. That creates 1 freeboard zone. And there is the what they call the sub-zero refrigeration unit, which creates the upper zone. Now if we walk around the back here, here is where there's another pump, and what that pump is in the top here. If you look, we have a sprayer, and there is a foot pedal up front, so that if you have to spray some things down, this will pump separately of the rest of the system. Now, one important thing is how we fill the water for our demonstration here. This would be, of course, how you would fill your particular mix, if you will, of solvents that you'd be putting in that piece of equipment. Just give it a moment. Now, normally if the system was completely dry, here we go, what would happen is you'd see it fill the first compartment, then overflowing into the second compartment, and then finally overflowing into the boiling sump compartment. Very similar to the way this Titanic sank, when one bulkhead overflowed into the next and the next. Now the reason they want you to do this is they want it to be very, very smooth, not dumped in there when you put your solvent in place, and the height of the solvent in the boil sump is very important. So we're actually going to wait here just a few minutes. The manual is very complete, and it states that the boiling sump should be 5 inches, anywhere between 5 inches to 1 inch from the top. As we can see here, we've stopped a few inches from the top. Please remember, that is a immersible heater, so it has to be immersed in some kind of fluid before you can start it. Now this also gives us a chance to look at the two different condensers. This is the primary condenser, and this is the sub-zero condenser here. As you can see in the sides here, they're very visible, the different probes that will measure both temperature and whether or not it has achieved a vapor zone, or what they call a freeboard. Now, I'm going to give this a close for just a minute here. Hold on. There you go. And we're going to start up. Please note that we have ordered new appliques here, new decals. This is one set, and this is actually a membrane which has the actual control keys in it here, and it overlays right over the digital display. This will be sent to the customer. It's on order right now, and it should be here hopefully within a week. Turn the system on. Now again, with the covers off, it's a little noisy, but surprisingly, when most of the cover's on, it gets very, very quiet. There you go. Now, first thing we're going to do is leave that one off for now. We turn, even though they're running, we're now going to open the valves that allow the system to circulate through the condensers inside the chamber there. So that's the lower unit. This is now the upper sub-zero unit. Now we will turn on our heaters that will heat rapidly both the boiling sump and the ultrasonic sump. Also, we'll turn on our circulating pump. And when we got this system, the power supply for the ultrasonic was missing. So what we did is we installed our own, and we retrofitted it right out here. If you read my little label I put on here, as long as this switch is on, you then can control it from here. I took the lower cover off here also. If you can take a look in there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 connectors. They're all working, and pretty easy to turn on. Put all the covers back on here. Now we'll take one look in here. Heaters are starting to heat, as you can see. The ultrasonic version looks like this particular one, which is sort of an upgrade from the previous power supply that's on, which we can cut it to full wave to half wave. So instead of 40 kilohertz, 20 kilohertz. And if you look closely, you'll start to see even the bubbles are rising toward 6 kilohertz. So we'll come back in a few minutes and see how we're doing. Okay, if we take a look inside, you can see our two condenser coils. They're a bit rusted here. That'll create the freeboard zones here and here. Our ultrasonic is running, and our bath right now is it's just about starting to go. Water for a demonstration. About 180 degrees. Now we're going to go back around the front. Normally this is a plug-and-play type of thing, where you just turn everything off when you're not using it. But to set the temperatures, we'll leave those on for now. I'm going to open up the front here for a minute. board here is well represented in the manual, and it shows you, if you go, it's very simple, step by step, on how to calibrate the heaters to the particular solvent you are using. There's a set of dip switches and the main switch here that'll toggle back and forth. This also will show you, this is the temperature of the boiling sump. This is the temperature of the ultrasonic sump. All of this is explained very well in the regular manual. Also, this has a defrost feature as well. If, for example, the condensers should get too cold, once the solvent in the boiling sump is up to temperature, then there is a defrost cycle, typically the same that you'd see in a defrost type device in a home freezer, that'll kick on and bring that temperature of the condensers back up to the point where then they can stabilize the vapor layer. So now this completes our demonstration of the system. We are going to empty out the sumps. They've already been very well cleaned. Again, it's always advisable when you first go to put your new solvent in there that you check that there's, no kind of debris or anything like that. So we'll put the covers back on it and send it on its way.